What's the reason that the previous administration left? COCOM commanders at the tip of the spear to understand and delivering it. Have the most advanced weapons. Point. Which leads to our third, reestablishing deterrence. After 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Biden. Most importantly, and you saw it from chiefs, Raising Cane. Our borders first. After decades of securing other people's borders in far-off places, ours. After a reckless invasion of over 20 million people, and we have no idea. End. They urged posture. Update our military plan at DoD to protect cartels, drugs, violence, death. Under the Trump administration, it ends. Under this Defense Department, we get 100% operational control of our. We started one, we'll continue through. $97 border crossings compared to the same period in 2024. Monthly encounters dropped from 250,000 encounters, most of which are false asylum claims. You also have the known gotaways and the unknown gotaways, so it's much higher than 250,000. You don't know where most of these people are coming from. Now to the trickle of a few thousands, most of which we're interdicting and engaging because of our force posture on the border in real time. It starts with people, it moves to infrastructure and surveillance. And our American troops, you should see their morale on the border. It's incredible when you're defending your own homeland with robust and sufficient assets, and you are able to interdict. Changes the whole game. We just designated a trial area for a new national defense area, where our troops now, instead of just looking at the border with binoculars and wondering who that person is and hoping CBP interdicts them, can now temporarily take action to temporarily detain those folks and hand them over to CBP because of that authorized zone. It's a sea change from the open season that was the previous administration. But not just here at home. In 3 of the most strategically important regions in the world, we are increasing allied burden sharing while we increase deterrence. America first doesn't mean America alone. It means we expect our allies to step up, to be true force multipliers for freedom. This approach ensures we achieve peace through strength. First, in Europe, our allies are finally, thanks to President Trump and the first administration, and again in these first 100 days, following America's call for European leadership and ownership of continental security. We've transferred U.S. leadership of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group to the UK and to Germany. We've obtained commitments from Poland, one of many model allies, the Baltics, to spend 5% of their GDP on defense. We've made the same call to other allies. 2% is not enough considering the threats you face. 3%, 4%, 5%. Progress with major European powers who are setting initial targets, even to one I spoke to just this morning, to increase their defense spending. The time of the United States, here in Pennsylvania, here in our country, being the sole guarantor of European security has passed. It's long overdue. Europe has to step up military and lead. NATO. In the Middle East, we're pursuing stability and deterrence to the threats that exist there. President Trump has made it clear that America is fully committed to the security of our great allies in Israel. Just days after his inauguration, the DOD blocked the defense. Israel's self-reliance and pursue President Trump's goal of a strength. In Yemen, the Defense Department is executing lethal operations against Houthi terrorists. Our forces have struck hundreds of targets and decimated Houthi leadership, substantially reducing their capabilities and the threat to U.S. ships in the Red Sea and across and through the BAM. We have demonstrated America's commitment to defending and restoring freedom of navigation, which we will do and are doing. This is a clear, limited mission executed with ruthlessness. Full stop. We will run our ships through that BAM. And our message to the Houthis has been clear from the beginning. Allow us to sail our and we'll stop shooting at you. Until then, you're going to feel the pain. And I'll tell you, the Houthis are feeling the pain. We have demonstrated any aggression against Americans will be met with decisive action, unlike what that region saw under the Biden administration. But this is not nation building. This is not land wars. This is not endless wars. This is not regime change. This is clear-eyed American national interests, decisively and overwhelmingly. Third, and most importantly, we are deterring communist China in the Indo-Pacific and around the world. To deliver peace in this region, we're delivering a more forward regional force posture. We're supporting allies and partners. Allies and partners are our force multipliers as they strengthen their own capabilities, including in Taiwan. We're also connecting U.S. allies and partners to and more resilient. And there will be a lot more of it. In fact, in March, I took my first trip to the Indo-Pacific as secretary. The first trip to Guam in 20 years from a defense secretary. I traveled to the Philippines to meet with President Marcos and his Secretary of National Defense. We reaffirmed the long-standing strength of the U.S.-Philippines alliance, a key piece in our strategy to deter and counter the communist Chinese. We also traveled to Japan on that same trip, and later on a trip that a few of you may have seen to Panama. At each stop, we announced new bilateral exercises, increased cooperation, foreign military sales deals, commitment to President Trump's vision of peace through strength. In the Philippines, we are deploying more advanced capabilities, including Nemesis anti-ship missiles. In Japan, we announced Phase 1 of upgrading U.S. Forces Japan into a full-blown Joint Forces headquarters. In Panama, we secured a framework for first of Panama Canal passage for U.S. military vessels and auxiliary vessels, as well as the additional presence of U.S. troops stationed through both sides of the Panama Canal. As I said then, and I will reaffirm today, President pledged to take back the Panama Canal from Chinese influence. And with our partners, we're doing just that, right in our own backyard. At every step, we are carrying out our strategy to increase against before. In these places, when you meet with leaders who want to be with America, who believe in what America can do, have watched us when we're strong, they're making, in many cases and in many places, a binary choice. It is either by, with, and through the Americans or with the Communist Chinese. In the Indo-Pacific, around the world, but specifically in the Indo-Pacific and in our hemisphere, you can see it. You can see it in the eyes of allies and partners. You can see it in the influence underneath the surface. They want to be with us, but they need to see strength, and they need to see leadership. And that's what President Trump has provided in spades, not just in words, but in deeds, in action, and so as Europe shoulders more of the burden in continental security, that frees up resources for us to focus on countering the malign influence of the Communist Chinese where it matters most. Under the leadership of President Trump, the message to our adversaries in these first 100 has been undeniably clear. America is back. At the Defense Department, that means no more distractions, no more social engineering, no more climate change worship, no more electric tanks, no more gender confusion, no more pronouns, no more excuses, no more quotas, no more woke bullshit that undermines commanders and command climates. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting. We are colorblind and we are merit-based. We're restoring the warrior ethos, rebuilding the military, and reestablishing deterrence. End, full stop. Enemy aggression will be met swiftly and harshly. We're beginning a new golden age of America and a golden age of national defense. We have a bumper crop of new recruits, new planes, new missile defense systems on the way, allies increasing their defense spending, and adversaries on their heels. Today, on this beautiful day, we have a brand new class, soon to be, Army War College students about to graduate. You, all of you, are the future of our military. You will lead these new recruits, eager, optimistic, young, ready, and soon to be trained. They will look to you. You will lead the brigades, the ships, the groups. You will execute our tactical, operational, and strategic objectives all around the globe. You will set the standard. We're counting on you. And I know that you will deliver at each and every step with distinction. God bless you. Godspeed to all of our warriors, and thank you for having me today. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Secretary Hegseth, this morning for community of 35 years of service to our nation, that at the heart of the warrior ethos are disciplined, fit, and confident soldiers. We've been investing for most of this past year in the intellectual fitness of the leaders that are on the field here with you today, but we're gonna take a step away from that for the next several days and engage on the fields of friendly strife and demonstrate some physical fitness. There's still, I've been told, some open spots on our teams here.
What
Softball,
teams?
soccer, functional fitness, running, pickleball, shooter's choice, sir. But
I got a good lefty swing. I'll maybe join the softball team.
well, then you'll be in uniform with this, sir. We want to present that to you. And thank you for your time.
Well, I appreciate it. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate you. sir. Thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate it.